by some of our young innovators from around the world who have come up with interesting innovations in hackathon-like events. So we have a team from University of Edinburgh who have come all the way to participate in hackathon in IIT Bombay. Please have a huge round of applause for the team.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Simon. This is Andrea, Lisa, and Victoria. We're from the University of Edinburgh. We've come for the hackathon this week at the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. Go next slide, please. So we are working on the energy theme, and the surrounding issue there is the Indian energy deficit, which is the shortcoming of production versus consumption of electricity. Now, we looked at some projections on sort of whether this is due to be the case in the future as well, which unfortunately it is, which means that this is an energy issue that needs to be tackled in the very near future. There is a demand for electricity that is projected to grow at an alarming rate, both in the domestic sector as more Indians who are currently not on the electricity grid come online, and in the industrial sector as a result of an increase in manufacturing. So in recent years, we've seen this increase in internet-connected devices. This is explosive exponential increase due to the rise of the Internet of Things. Now, these are small devices that are connected to the internet that you don't directly interact with all the time. They're not tablets, phones, and computers. They're just regular devices that now suddenly can connect to the internet. That's anything from air conditioning systems to light bulbs to security systems and so on. There are two big issues with this at the moment. First of all, the majority of use, almost all of the use, is through teleoperation, where in the house, for example, if you have these wireless light bulbs, you can turn them on and off, you can change the colors, you can dim them, but it's still you doing it. And secondly, there's this skewed focus on just homes. It seems that public buildings such as this, offices, and so on are largely forgotten, and they're one of the big drainers of electricity.
So, the way we thought of solving this problem is through an autonomous software system. How many times did each of you left your home without turning the lights off, without turning the AC off? Well, probably many, or at least for me, that's true. Well, we're trying to take the human out of the equation and incorporate all the appliances in the home or office into a system that turns them on and off according to whether or not there's someone using them. Therefore, we're increasing the efficiency of the energy consumption. What we're targeting are appliances that are present in every modern household or office, such as air conditioning, TVs, lights. We're tracking position using the Bluetooth signal of your phone, and we're using sensors such as estimate beacons to detect whether or not there's a person around. If there is a person around, then obviously all the appliances will be turned on according to their preferences. Otherwise, they will be turned off. How is this solution impacting the user? Well, you don't actually feel it, but you just don't waste the time of taking your phone out to turn something off. It just turns itself off. But in the long run, it impacts the community as we're bridging the gap between the energy production and the energy consumption in India.
So our system has three main constituent parts. The first of which is the positioning of users, where we track where people are in a home or in an office space. We built this weekend. It works. Now, what that does is it tracks you based on some sensors in your home. The easiest of these is something like Bluetooth low energy beacons that you simply attach to your walls, and then they track where you are with your phone. Now, to take this far further, we can use machine learning, which is a relatively new concept, or at least new in the sense that it's widely accessible now, in order to constantly improve the system such that what you use on day one and what you use 2 years down the line are not the same product, where the machine learns from your use, learns from how it is used, learns from its environment, and progressively gets better by constantly improving. The third step would be to integrate with other services, such as with a calendar service, in order to understand what events are going to take place where before they actually do. So this weekend at the hackathon, as we weren't able to plug directly into IITs, air conditioning, wireless, etc., we built these two mock rooms on breadboards with mock AC systems and mock lighting, and you would move between them and they would each turn off or on in turn. Deployment can be done to new builds quite easily. New builds are far more likely nowadays, and certainly in the future, to come with internet-connected sockets, internet-connected appliances already fitted. And there, we would just deploy our product as it is intended to be widely compatible with just about any sensor or any actuator you throw at it. Retrofitting is fortunately also possible. There are many of these smart devices just able on the market that you can just buy anywhere, and they would be able to be plugged in, since we have a set of standards and frameworks that allow a lot of these Internet of Things devices to seamlessly communicate. Thank you very much.